Hi, Sean Huckster here. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. As this is OcToyBer, I found an interesting thing at BJ's Wholesale Club recently. I found the Mr. Beast Lab Swarms set with a bunch of figures in it, but I also, while walking through the aisles, I found this interesting little 2-set. Now, I have done a lot of Smashers things in the past. Mostly they're the dinosaur eggs. I've never done one of the horror ones, but this being OcToyBer, as we approach Halloween, it is time to delve into this set. So this is a 2-set. I got this for like maybe $18. I mean, these are generally like 9 or 10 at Target. These are like 15 or so. This was $18 for 2. And I was quite happy with that. So what do we have is we have the zombie hand here, and we have the coffin with the green hand. And so we're going to open these tonight, and we're going to do both of them. Now this may take a while. I'm not sure. I haven't opened one of these before, but I'm kind of curious. I bought this mostly out of curiosity and some reviews I've seen. And it being October, it is time to do something a little bit scarier. Let's get started. Being completely new to this 2-set, I mean, I've seen these on the shelves at Target individually. I'm just going to assume I can cut this tape here and cut this tape here, and maybe it'll just open. And there it is. All right, let's stand these up together. Now, I have seen these reviewed individually, but I've never seen them reviewed as a pair. And since they came as a set from BJ's Wholesale Club as a special edition, well, let's dive in. First, we're going to throw the coffin aside and dive into the hand. By the way, this coffin, my next review, there's even a larger one. But for now, let's focus on the hand. Hey, welcome to Sean Huckster's Magical Little Worlds. All right, so we're going to open this guy up. This is also, I am going to be putting this out on my lawn for Halloween this year, because that's a pretty decent Halloween decoration all by itself, even without anything in it. But there is stuff in it. So the first thing we have to do is remove the hand from the base, which requires a little bit of help to remove or to cut these locks. These are product locks. And let's get to it. One of the best ways to open these is to use some sort of clipper. So I'm going to use this and here. And then we can rotate these locks 90 degrees. And look, they just fall right out. And then the hand comes off the base. You probably want to keep the base as a part of the display. But for now, we don't need the base. And then we have the hand wrapped in a shrink wrap plastic with a zip. Now, you know my qualms about Zuru zips. They almost never work, but I'm always optimistic, so I'm going to start this zip and start that zip, and we're just going to see if this actually works. What do you think? What are the odds, guys? Start the betting pool. If you're at 5%, you've already lost. If you're at 10%, you've lost. You might be lucky. If you're at about 30%, you have won the pool. So since this is not working, we're just going to tear this off. You know, it only now occurs to me while I'm tearing this off that we probably should look at the back. What do we have? So we have Monster Horror House, or Horror House. Make a monster. Mix and build your monsters. Apparently you can get these 3 monsters. You can get this blue kind of zombie-like character. You can get this green, I guess, zombie character. And you can get this kind of werewolf character. And what do we say? So these are the 3 that you can get. You got Frankenstein, zombie, and werewolf. It says this includes 1 Smasher's skull hand. Hello. Oh, look at that. Nice detail on this. Yeah, so this is going on my lawn. I might probably going to paint this and put it on my lawn. So you get the 1 Smasher's skull hand. You get 1 base over there. You get one Smash Monster. That will be inside here. You get one pack Slime. Slime can be hit or miss. I'm not really sure. Oh, there's a shark as well. Sorry, I forgot that. One weapon, 4 stickers, 1 tag. By the way, that's the tag. And they actually mentioned that in this list. Come on. And then 1 collector's guide and instruction sheet. And that's about it. But like I said, this is about $10 at Walmart. I'm at Target, so not a big deal. So let us see if we can't continue this zip. Or if not, I'll just rip the whole thing off. Oh, it's working. Hey, look at that. Oh, 95%. Okay, let's rip this off. And there's our hand. Here's one of the wonderful things that they feature. A tag. Look at that. So this tag is, I guess it shows you one of the options. This seems to be the Frankenstein-ish character. And inside it says, let's see, it says, ask an adult for help to cut with scissors. That's the locks. We've already done that in multiple languages. And then you cut the locks, open the base, remove it from the base, and then that's all it says. So we're kind of left to our own devices as to what to do with this hand. So let us look at the hand. Here it is. I'll move my coffin aside a little bit, make some room. So I believe if you turn the hand, you will open the wrist or the forearm. So that reveals something. So what do we have? We have a bag. We have a bag. And then we have the hand. And then the hand is a unit by itself, but it has this little cap here. Let's pull this away. Oh, we have a foot. And that's like not even wrapped in anything. So we have a leg. We have a clawed hand. Very, very Freddy Krueger-like, maybe. And then we have, what is this, a pair of pants? Basically the abdomen and upper legs of a character. We know which character we have by now, because this is definitely a Frankenstein figure. And then we have like a bolted fist that looks very Hulk-like, doesn't it? Very much like the Incredible Hulk in a way. But it's not, we know it's not. And then we have another hand, another arm here. So I think we know what we're going for. And inside here, there's also another little bag, and this feels very flat. So we're talking stickers here. And there's nothing else in here. So I think right now, we can probably put our hand back together. We can probably just, oh, you know what? We probably want to put the hand on there first before we snap the forearm together. But I think that if I'm going to use this as any kind of Halloween display, I definitely want to get this put back together. And then this can be independent of what we're about to find out. So let's pop this all together. And now we have our hand, which is going on my lawn for Halloween. But I'm going to paint the eye and the mouth, and it's going to be kind of cool. And maybe I'll do a video on that as well. But for now, we're going to put that aside and focus on the bags that we got. So let's take inventory. We have this little claw hand here, which is like a gauntlet of claws, very much like a Freddy Krueger thing, like I've mentioned. And we've got these pieces here. But that's not all we have. We have a guide. And the guide shows... I'm sorry, it took some time. The guide shows Horror House, Make a Monster. The 4 you can get. You can get this creepy shark, which we know we don't have. You can get this creepy zombie, which we know we don't have. You can get this creepy werewolf, which we know we don't have. And you can get the Frankenstein, which we already know we have. What's on the back? Instructions for putting it all together. So, oh, what's this? That's kind of fun. Oh, this just sort of says you can mix and match the pieces. Fine, but I only have one, so there's no mixing and matching going on here. So let's get to our bags. So first, let's do this little silly one, because I think this is just stickers. And stickers never really impressed me as part of a toy or anything. I kind of think they're just a cheap way to say, hey, 10 surprises, and 4 of them are stickers. So let's see, what do we have? We have the Frankenstein face. You know, that's kind of cool. We have the shark. So we know shark is one of the other options we can get. Kind of wish I had the shark, actually. Let's see. Then there's the zombie with the brain. That's kind of cool. And then we have the werewolf. Now, I always love werewolves. Kind of wish we had the werewolf. You know what? I'm not going to say, too bad I have the Frankenstein. I think anyone would be fine. So let's do this. We have, oh, this is a pack of slime. And I am feeling nothing inside. So this pack of slime, you know, I have mixed feelings about slime. Some are great, some are awful. So I'm not even going to worry about this. I'm going to put it aside and maybe play with it later. But what we do have is a bag with more body parts. So let's open this up. This would be the torso and head, I would imagine, since that's all that's left to get. And there they are. Sorry, move the camera up. Torso and head. All right, let's follow the instructions. First, put head on torso, put torso on abdomen. Number 2 is, interestingly, that step number 2 is, hey, you've already done step number 1. So step number 3 is apply the arms, and step number 4 is, oh, you've got the arms applied. Why is this half even needed? Just fold this over. And then step number 5 is attach the legs and the weapon. Because here is, oh, look, you've done it. This entire half is pointless. All right, so we take the head, which is kind of creepy Frankenstein head. You got the bolt here, you got this dark hair, well painted. I mean, really well painted. This is actually rather nice. I love the details, the bolts and metal pieces and the stitches. I kind of like that. And what do we have here for the torso? This is kind of a hollow plastic piece. It's very light, but this is being a dense rubber. Once you attach this, it's going to kind of feel like it's heavier. So what do we got? We got Frankenstein's head. Oh, yeah, that's actually kind of cool because you can rotate it in kind of weird ways. That's interesting. All right, let's take an arm and attach. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera there. Trying to get the arm in place. Sometimes these smashers joints aren't as easy to get on, but once they're on, they should be okay. And now let's get the other arm on here. And there we have it. Now we get the abdomen in place. Excellent, done. Now legs. So this would be the leg that goes into the part of the abdomen that already has a knee attached. And that'll be here. And then over here, we attach the leg to this piece. And I believe that is done. So there's our, oh, does he even stand? Okay, he does stand if you're a bit more careful. And so now the last thing is we attach the weapon to his wrist. And you have the full Frankenstein. Now there is, other than the stickers, there is nothing else to this set. But I mean, for $10, I think that's what this was, at like a regular retail, Target, that's not too bad, not too bad. You get the whole decorative hand, and you get a figure. Now, I got the 2 sets for $18 for the 2, so this is really a good bargain. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the Smashers Horror House. 15 plus surprises inside. And then this one has the green hand. Each one of these has a different colored hand. There are several of them in the series. This one happens to have the green hand. So I'm not sure what that means. So we're going to find out that together tonight. And so the first thing we're going to do is find the zip. Let's start from here. Let's get the zip started. Right there and right there. And let's see if it even works, because these zips are really rarely work. Come on. No. I'm going to try one more time to cut this zip around the point where it's supposed to zip and see if that works. Oh, here we go. I now can begin to tear. And we're tearing over an edge here, so that's kind of interesting to see what happens. And oh, it's continuing. Oh, and then we lose it, as usual. So let's ignore the tip, the zip for now, and see what we have. So we have Smashers Horror House. 15 plus surprises inside. Dig and build a monster. And look, there's one of the monsters we can get. Turning it over, we see Monster House, dig and build a monster. This blue kind of zombie-esque character in a coffin. And then there's apparently some sand and some slime, and there's the hand, and there's a little mystery thing, I think. And maybe what? Stickers? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Collect them all. And what are they all? Head Scar, Slasher, and Zombosaur. Now, because this is blue, and this is red, and this is green, I'm going to kind of assume that the green hand means we get Slasher. And of all the 3 of these, guess which one I want? I want Slasher. Definitely. But I don't know that's what we're going to get, so let's find out. And then here it says, crack open, which we're going to do. Dissect and unbox surprises, which we're going to do. Collect monster cards, which I don't really care about, but I'm going to do it anyway. And surprise accessories. And there's the product lock. And it says slime, sand, and buildable monsters. I guess that's the entire thing. This, I got to tell you, this is very hefty. This has got some weight to it. This one didn't have much weight to it. This has a lot of weight to it. But nothing compared to the larger coffin that we're going to open later. But for now, let's get to it. Since the zip was useless, we're going to just tear this off. And oh my God, that was a bit of an effort, but there it is. And on the back, we have this panel, this paper panel. It says Smasher's Horror House. It says, hey, look, there's a shovel. Pull it away. Open the thing with the shovel, which we will do. Step 3, use the shovel to break through the top layer. And then turn something. Well, we'll get there. And then 4 is, what do we have inside, is what they're saying. What's this question mark? Well, we don't know. So let's open this up. See what's behind the cardboard. All right, it's basically the same as what we saw on the back. Here's what you can get. You can get the red T-Rex, the green kind of death character, the blue zombie. It says big coffin exclusive. Oh, and this is the big coffin. So down here, this is actually advertising the larger coffin that we're going to open in a future video, hopefully the next one, but I don't know. It'll be sometime in OcToyBer. We're going to open the larger one. So let's get to it. And there is our shovel. So the first thing we want to do is pull out the shovel, which I guess it's the excavator tool for the Smashers thing. And we're going to use this to dive into our coffin. Let's get to it. So you can use this shovel, apparently, to crack open the coffin. There it is. And so the whole coffin lid comes up with the green hand. I think eventually, with all my Smashers and other toys, I'm going to be taking these hands and like collecting them, the dinosaurs. You can pull this away. I think you can just, there's a lock here. So if you spin this, yeah, there we go. It should release the hand. There's our hand. So let us put our guy here as some sort of creepy hand. Let's put him over here so he's actually standing up. All right, what do we have here? We have the card that we were promised that I don't really care about. So it's a 5-star card. It's kind of, it has like laser etched color. Definitely appears that the green hand means we're going to get the kind of death-like character. And I got to say that if of the 3 that we can get, this is the one I really wanted. So I'm kind of happy with that. And this is the one that comes with the 2 set that you can get at BJ's Wholesalers. And on the back, it just says Smasher's Horror House. So let us take our shovel and just do what we're supposed to do, which is break into this. And we're just pulling away, smashing. This is kind of like, feels like a very kind of, almost like a little bit like the leather of a baseball mitt. But let's just pull it away, tear it away. Now, what do we end up in here? We have apparently a layer of sand. Oh, look. We have a little, a scorpion. A purple scorpion. Surprise. That's kind of interesting. I'm going to put him over here. If anything like that we find, I'm going to put them. Oh, look. Here is a cool little centipede type character of the same. Purple rubber. I must say, this is a bit of a surprise. I didn't know we were going to get these. And this is like a spider. And I'm just going to push this kinetic sand to the side because it looks to me now we're ready to dig into the corpse itself and slice it open. And I think you're supposed to slice it open with the edge of the shovel, but I'm not sure. Inside, come on, you. Woo. This is it, the Horror House bag. I think everything that we care about is in this bag. Not sure. Let's have a look. Dive inside here. We don't want to leave this. Oh, here's the little... Oh, it looks like we definitely did get the character I wanted, which is great. I'll open this up in a minute to show you. Is there anything else in here worth worrying about? Oh, yeah, there is. There is... Oh, here's the body. Here's the torso and the body. So we'll put that aside over here for the moment. And further explore in here to see if there's anything else. Ah, I feel something. Oh, the weapon. The scythe. So that'll go over here as well. I like the fact that it's purple and these little beasties are purple. Is there anything else in here? Feeling around just to make sure. Ah, there is something. Oh, very nice. It's like a Book of the Dead. Oh, that's very cool. Did not expect that. I do love this. I think I'm going to probably do something cool with this. Let's place it here with the weapon. Now, I guarantee you there's slime in here. And you know what we do when we have slime? We bring in our best friend, the aluminum tray. Because we are going to need him, I suspect. Bag? Because this feels like it's full of slime. All right, I'm going to pull out a little bit. And we'll tear this bag open. We're going to deal with the slime inside. You know my feelings about slime. I have a very hit and miss feeling with slime. It's either wonderful or awful. I hope this is the wonderful version. If it's awful, you'll soon find out, as why. So there's the bag open. And then, oh, first of all, several pieces just drop right out before we even touch the slime. Oh, this feels like the icky slime, guys. All right, let's find out though. So the bag is now completely empty, other than this little bit right here. And we'll find out soon enough if this is the good slime or the bad slime. I'll put the bag aside because this is a Ziploc. I could store the slime in here. So what do we end up with? So we have the hood and the slime. Does it pull away neatly or is this? Oh, this is good slime. This feels like good slime. Oh yeah, this feels like, oh, there you go. Look at that. This is slime, as I say in the past, this is slime that obeys orders. It does what you want it to do and not like, it's not awful. And so that's the hood. Just that little bit left, a little bit here. And then other than that, it comes away very cleanly. And that is good slime. Slime that comes away cleanly is good slime. And then over here we have a hand, or an arm and a hand. Again, the slime comes away pretty cleanly. There's a little bit in here, I think, maybe. Let me just pull slime away from the hand here a little bit. And the best part of it, I believe this slime, is that if there's anything in here, for example, I could probably take a bit of slime and push it in there, and it'll pull away any slime that's in there, and that kind of cleans it out pretty well. So that is slime that obeys commands, obeys orders. And again, this cleans off nicely. And we have an arm here, just little bits here. There's some slime inside. Let's see if we can't get that out. Nope, not quite. So we take our, in cases such as this, you take our little tweezers and pull, and you can get a little bit of slime. And if you take that by the hand, you should be able to pull that out very cleanly. Like I said, some slimes just don't cooperate. This one seems to be cooperating fairly well. And so what we end up with is, yeah, pretty clean inside. Anything that's left in there is probably not going to be consequential. And then we have the head. And there seems to be some slime in the mouth, so let's just pull that away. Not too bad. And then a foot and another foot. And that is all that there is to this slime. And so one of the things I like to do with slime these days is put it in Mr. Beast Labs test tubes, because I'm planning a little experiment later on, probably later in OcToyBer, where I take a bunch of these slimes and put them into Mr. Beast Lab test tubes, and then turn them all upside down and watch them drip in a time lapse and see which one beats the others to hit the floor. So apropos of nothing, I have this Mr. Beast Lab Swarm test tube, and what I've been doing is taking slime and placing it into the Mr. Beast test tubes. Because one of the cool things I find about the Mr. Beast Lab test tubes is they're perfect receptacles for slime. This is the complete set of pieces, and we still have a little bit of slime here. It's fine, we'll put that aside. So we start with the torso, which is, again, like a lot of Smashers toys, the torso is very hollow, soft, hollow plastic, and has no heft to it whatsoever, no weight whatsoever. But the other pieces are made of a dense rubber, so when you put them all together, there's actually quite a lot of weight to the whole toy, even though this is like practically light and empty. So what do we have here? We have like tears in the fabric. We have a black material with like a gradation to green painted. But then the hood, first thing I think you're supposed to have to do is put the monster head inside the hood, like so. And it fits nicely. Kind of like that sculpt. That's very kind of cool. And then the hood goes on top of the torso, like so. And that fits actually rather easily. This is our kind of like death character. And like I said, of all the characters, this is the one I kind of wanted. So I'm happy to have it. Now that you take... Now you take the weapon and place it in the hand. So like so. And what the instructions say, when you pull this hand down, let me just zoom out a little bit here. When you pull this hand down, the other one kind of works. They work in tandem. That's kind of cool. This kind of clicks. It would have been really nice if they pushed that thumb in closer so the book could stay in the hand, but that does not appear to be the intent, which is kind of sad because that's kind of a waste. It's kind of a waste of an opportunity. And in conclusion, we have this 2 set from BJ's Wholesale Club, which has a cool little Frankenstein figure, an excellent death figure, 3 little monsters, and this wonderful tome, which I kind of wish fit in his hand like the shovel does. But alas, it was not to be. I guess it's just a nice decorative piece. And you know what? For $18, I think we got a bit of a bargain. So, thanks for sticking with me through OcToyBer, and we shall continue the horror with the latest one, with the larger one, in a future video. So for Sean Huckster, this has been Magic Little Worlds. See you soon. Bye.